Throughout all of human history, there has been a threat of a world-ending event. What could tear down a civilization that has been so greatly built up? In Universe 6, it was the DBZ equivalent of World War III, where the humans tore each other apart, and that was how humanity ended on Earth, wiping out everything. But this is slightly different. It takes it up to not only the end of humankind, but the destruction of the entire universe. Taking place in Multiverse's recent chapters, this is the beginning of Universe 20's story. In a lot of fiction like this, the bad guy, the villain, they rarely ever win, except for right now. This will show the beginnings of when a villain says he's gonna destroy the universe, what he really means. Taking place in a time where Goku is training both Goten, Oob, and Trunks, you can see them casually sparring with each other and Goku watching in the background. This seems like an incredibly peaceful time. Little does anyone know what's really about to happen here. Goten is sparring with Oob and he did not expect him to be this strong at all. He actually has to turn Super Saiyan to protect himself. And that's when Goku says, alright, it's time to take a break. We all agreed on no transformations. So they all go back to Goku's house. They fly back at light speeds. They fly back so fast that they change time zones. And when they get there, it was daytime when they were training, but now it's nighttime. So Chi-Chi got kind of mad that she had to make food in the middle of the night. But then out of nowhere, Goku crushes his plate. The face he makes is horrifying. The power that he can feel makes him really scared. It then cuts to Gohan, who's in bed with Videl. He grabs her, busts through Pan's bedroom door, and flies out of their house at rapid speeds. Gohan sensed this too, just in time to where he escaped this blast radius that looks like a nuke that was dropped in the city they were just in. This was out of the blue. Nobody was expecting this, but a nuke has just been set off on Earth. And you can see the blast here. It starts off pretty small, but then it gets bigger, and it keeps on getting bigger, and then shockwaves come about. What is then a very sad moment. Goku teleports everybody to Master Roshi's house, and Krillin's floating up in the air knowing what's happened. He looks back at Goku with a tear in his eye, and he says, "This shockwave will reach here too. And, you know, the whole world." Goku transforms into a Super Saiyan and tells Goten to protect his mother and screams at Krillin to get to the ground. The next panel we see is a shockwave of Master Roshi's house getting completely obliterated, and Krillin with even more tears in his eyes saying, "It's useless." Right off the bat of this story, everyone basically dies. A power so large just randomly explodes on Earth, and the shockwaves are so powerful that it radiates around the globe and kills everybody. It then cuts to Vegeta, one of the last surviving guys. He says, "Come and face me," as he transforms into a Super Saiyan 2. Vegeta is one of the only people who could have survived this. The next panel is the guy who did it. By punching the Earth, Broly kills 99.99% of the population. Even up in the heavens, Dende asks Piccolo, "Is this the end of the world?" Piccolo says, "No, it's the end of the universe." Very dramatic stuff. Some time passes and the shockwaves settle in a little bit, and this is what the Earth looks like. It looks like Namek when Frieza tried to destroy it. The skies are black, everything's bleeding, there's lava and smoke everywhere, lightning as well. Goku is in the middle of the ocean, Kame House has been completely drenched, and he screams out for Krillin, Goten, Chi-Chi, and Oob. Only the strongest people like Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Oob, and Goten have survived. Goten's holding his mother in his arms and he says, "I didn't manage to protect her from the shockwave. This is the second time she's died in front of me." It then cuts down to Gohan, who is off on his own, and Videl and Pan have been wiped out as well. He is just there standing alone. That's when Goku powers up into a Super Saiyan and locates Broly and tries to fight him as a Super Saiyan 3 alongside Gohan and the rest of everybody else who survived. By the end of this story, he wipes out everybody and then goes on a universal rampage.